Never satisfied with good enough, Shimano always finds another way to improve your fishing experience. Introducing the new Shimano Stradic, the product of continuous evolution. Now with Shimano's Micro Module 2 cold-forged gear, you'll experience a rotational smoothness and power transfer never before achieved in a reel at this price point. Couple Micro Module 2 with Silent Drive, which fine-tunes internal components to the highest tolerances possible, and you'll agree the new Stradic approaches flagship-level performance. If casting distance is a priority for you like it is for most anglers, the upgraded long stroke spool will offer anglers increased casting reach due to the improved line flow from the spool. The C3000, 4000, and C5000 models come equipped with Shimano's cross-carbon drag system, designed to endure and conquer the most blistering runs from the most powerful fish. Plus, Shimano's X-Protect water repellent coating and specially designed water channeling labyrinth construction ensure a lifetime of top-level performance by stopping water penetration in key areas without adding a heavy rotational feel. Experience for yourself the benefits of continuous evolution with the all-new Shimano Stradic.
We recently picked up the new Megatron spinning reel from KastKing because we wanted a very versatile, heavy-duty reel, especially when it comes to bigger fish in fresher saltwater, such as pike, bass, muskie, or in saltwater when you're talking tuna, bonito, halibut, flounder, all sorts of big game fish. The first thing I noticed about this reel that I loved was that the main frame of the reel is actually made out of aerospace aluminum, which makes this a very rigid reel. It also has an aluminum handle, an aluminum spool, and a giant bail wire to make sure when you're fighting bigger fish or small fish, the body of this is not going to flex or break. Megatron also comes with a braid-ready spool, which means that you can use monoline or braided line, but when you use braid, you need to have a special kind of spool so that under tension, the braid doesn't actually spin on the spool itself. And this spool will prevent that because it's braid ready. Depending on the size reel you get, you'll have up to 46 pounds of drag. Not only do these pack a ton of drag, but it's a triple disc carbon drag, which means a very smooth drag. When you're fighting a big fish or you're on light line, when the fish pulls or shakes its head, it's gonna pull, drag smooth, meaning you'll lose less fish. These reels come from 2,000 to 6,000 size, and the biggest size holds 300 yards of 80-pound braided line. That means you could take that offshore for really, really large game fish. To make sure that drag and everything's running smooth, this reel also comes with 8+1 bearings. What that means is 8 double shielded stainless steel bearings inside the reel and 1 anti-reverse bearing. So when you're reeling in and you stop, that drag is set. You're not gonna have any backlash when you're cranking in. The number one reason why we love this new reel so much is because of its extreme versatility and how heavy duty this reel is. To put this reel to the ultimate test, I recently took the smaller 3,000 size offshore fishing for bonito and yellowtail. And if you don't know what a bonito is, it's a member of the tuna family and is a very, very hard fighting fish. We were able to land 8 to 10 pound bonito, which is insane for this size reel. We also have used this inshore saltwater for halibut fishing and it handled that fantastic. And we also plan on doing lots of freshwater bass and pike and muskie fishing too. I hope that helped you guys understand more about this awesome new reel from KastKing, Megatron. Go check it out on Amazon. Not only is it super versatile, guys, but it is super affordable. Anyways, till next time, fish on.
Hi, Mike Rice, Penn brand manager, here to talk to you about an exciting new spinning reel. Not exactly new, but a relaunch of the Battle 2. So the original Battle came out quite a few years ago, and we've now made some improvements to the reel I want to talk to you about. But let's start with the sizes. So we've got a 1,000, a 2,000, a new size of 2,500, a 3,000, a 4,000, a 5,000, 6,000, and our biggest size, the 8,000. So 1,000 to 8,000. So think light inshore, or really even light freshwater, all the way up to near shore, offshore. Think sailfish, think dolphin, that type of stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the reel. First of all, on the sizing with the new 2,500, the reel is on the 2,000 size body. It has a new rotor, so a bigger rotor and a bigger spool. So it filled a gap that we had between that 2,000, 3,000 size. So think really technical, lightweight graphite rods. Think 10, 15 pound braid. There was a little bit of a gap in our spinning reel lineup for that technical inshore guy, and we've now filled it with a 2,500 size. Really lightweight, balances out really nice on a nice graphite 7-foot rod. In addition to the new size, let's talk a little bit about the features that set this new Battle apart. So we've added line capacity rings to the spool. That's something you've seen on all Penn reels for the past few years, so it kind of helps the angler understand how much line they have left on the reel, especially when fishing from a dead boat, big fish. How much line do I have left? Do we need to go? Can we stay? That type of conversation. You have a better idea how much line you have left on the reel because of the line capacity rings. Another thing we did is we keyed the drag washers into the spool. So by keying the drag washers into the spool, and I'm talking about HT100 drag washers, we're now able to use both sides of the drag washer. And I should mention that all Penn drag systems now are greased. On the spinning reels, we use our Penn Blue Lube, which I'm sure you're familiar with. It's inside all our reels. We also grease our HT100 with that for our spinning reel drags. Back to the keying of the drag washers. What that does, by using both sides of the drag washer, we're now able to get about 20% more drag than the previous Battle. Not that a lot of people max out the drag, but it's always nice to know you have it if you have to stop a fish heading for cover or that's about to spool you. Another big upgrade in my mind is that we're going to sealed bearings in the Battle. So in the past we've used stainless steel shielded ball bearings. That shield protects the race from basically saltwater intrusion. But the sealed ball bearings have an added layer of protection. I mean, it's actually a tight system that prevents saltwater from getting into the bearing. The number one reason reels come back to the repair shop is because saltwater got into a bearing, it dried out, it crystallized, and now the bearing sounds rough and the reel feels rough. By having a sealed bearing, we're able to avoid that situation a little longer than if we were using shielded bearings. It's not 100% sure, but the bearings are sealed from the manufacturer. So that's where we are. We're sticking around the same retail, so basically $99 to $129 on the biggest size. The Battle reel will be available at your retailer this fall.
A couple of them, I'll either 6 of them floating on the surface right here.
Yep, got him. Cranking a one. Oh, that's our boy. Oh. Pretty fish here.
Look at that.
Such a rad fish, man. You're big, you're big.